Let's talk more about the use cases of let. So here we have greet message variable, and I have declared as a var. I'm going to refresh that. Let's try to access the greet message. Now anyone can access this greet message. So basically it's available on the parent scope. If multiple developers with working on different files, now anyone can change this greet message variable. Anyone can manipulate this greet message variable. So how can you solve this problem? If you're working with Bark, you can use ify function, immediately invoke function. It is going to immediately invoke. Now this greet message will be available inside this function. I'm going to refresh that. Let's try to access the greet message. Boom, there is an error. Greet message is not defined. So you can solve this problem by creating the ifs. If you are working with var, there is another solution. You could use const or let. I'm going to use const here, greet message, and let's declare that hello world. And let's say if you are using greet message with inside the block, now no one can access this greet message. Let's try to access here. Greet message is not available on the parent scope. Let's refresh that. Let me declare the greet message inside the scope here, block scope, like inside this block. Now I would like to access the greet message. Incredible. Greet message is not defined. So there is another use case of using the let. If you are working with loops, let's try to show you. I'm gonna execute the loop. I is less than 10, let's say I plus plus, and here I am going to log the value of I. Let's say the value of I. Refresh that. Boom, value of I. But there is a drawback here. You can still access the value of I. Let me log that. Bam, here we have 10. You can also access the value of I is here. I is equal, so you can say I minus 1. You can manipulate the value of I. So that's the problem with var. On the other hand, you can use, let me show you another drawback or another gotcha with var. If you are working with asynchronous, let's say you are sending request to the network request or database request, it will take 1 second to finish that. I need to provide the 1 second here. What do you think? What will be the output? Let's try to execute that. Bam! The value of I is 10. It has logged the value of I 10 times. So that's a problem because it is going to overwrite the value of I. After 1 second, the value of I is 10. Now it is going to overwrite the value of I. Let's log here. You will see the value is in proper way. Boom, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it has logged at 10 times the value of I10. How can you fix that? There is a simple solution to fix this problem. You have to use let here. Incredible. The value of I0, 1, 2. Now you can see the value in correct way. You could not access the I here. Let's try to access that. Boom. I is not defined. Did you see that?